I have been really excited about this video because today we are deep diving into the sparkling world of the jewelry trends for 2025. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. We are on a roll with these trend videos and I honestly love making them, so let's keep the good times going. I love doing a deep dive. If you are new here and you don't know, I basically take the top trend lists that fashion editors are saying from the top fashion watchdogs and dissect kind of what's the same and what's different. And today we are going to be looking at Vogue, Who What Wear, and Glamour. And this is to bring you the ultimate guide to the jewelry trends for the year ahead, according to the experts. So with this, we're going to cover everything from timeless pearls to bold sculptural designs. And these trends, I feel like, according to the stylists, really promise to elevate your style and to keep your jewelry box feeling fresh and inspired. It's one of those areas of a lot of our wardrobes that we, one, forget to declutter, gets a little bit out of hand, and we kind of forget what's in there. So whether you are about quiet luxury or you're really looking forward to the 2025 maximalism that we've been talking about, making a bold statement, there's definitely something here for everyone, which always makes me excited. So let's get started with our first trend. By the way, if you are new here, hi, my name is Amanda, and I love to cover style, lifestyle, and travel here on my cozy little nook of the internet whenever I can, vlogs, home stuff, and of course, fashion. Okay, now let's get into it. Chapter 1. That is mixed jewelry. Gone are the days that we are just sticking to one metal. And I have to say, I'm actually really excited about this. As a gold girly, I have started to mix in some silver already, and it's one of the most talked about trends this year overall. So this is kind of the biggest one. It's giving us the permission to break out of old style rules, which can really quickly become stuffy. And this trend isn't about just throwing mix matched pieces together. So don't think that it's that. It really is still about intentionality. So you're thinking about layering necklaces with alternating metal tones, bracelets, watches that combine gold and silver, and dare I say, some people, maybe even rose gold again. Personally, I think I'm gonna be sticking to the silver gold trend. I just feel like that really works for me. But if you are a rose gold girly, who knows? Bring it on out. I feel like mixing this with a monochromatic outfit, black, brown, navy, those classic creams, neutrals like camel and burgundy, letting your jewelry shine in these moments is such a fun way to start playing with this trend, but mixing it in with something you're already super comfortable with. I had this on my Christmas list and Santa didn't deliver, okay? But I was like, no, I want these earrings so badly, and I wear my earrings a ton. I recently invested in the Stevie earring from Jewellery, and I have been waiting so patiently because the order won't fulfill until I think mid-February, so I'll show you guys when they do arrive. But I feel like they are the perfect mix for this trend, and I will link them in the description box if you want to get on the list too. It's not sponsored. I just have been coveting these for a really long time. But another twist that we are seeing is actually the 2-in-1 earring. So it's different from like the two tones. It's one earring that actually looks like two earrings and almost like a curated stack, especially if you're like me and you only have one hole, but you want that earring story. Designers have been crafting pieces like this to kind of create that illusion of multiple piercings while staying really simple and chic. So in a lot of ways, I feel like this could be a really fun way if you find the right pair of earrings to mix metals and have two tones, even if you only have the opportunity for kind of one piece. A trend within a trend. Chapter 2 is bangles and cuffs. Another one I'm excited about, and I haven't really invested in my wardrobe, but bangles are taking a dramatic and much bolder turn this year. Think chunky cuffs, oversized bangles, and in a few different ways. Probably one springs to mind right away, but we'll talk through how designers are really having a nice play with these iconic designs, from Tiffany Co. really being an inspiration here. We are seeing bold styles from everything in gold and silver, which would have popped up immediately in my mind. I don't know about you, but then we have the unexpected materials too, like resin and acrylic. And that's very much giving me that like cool but quirky quirky art teacher aesthetic vibe. So much fun to play with, especially in the spring summer months I find, but you can also find these kind of tones, maybe in a darker hue for fall winter. And again, so fun to pair with a chunky knit. Saint Laurent and Alaya have really brought oversized bracelets to the spotlight, but the real magic happens when you mix and match. Layering chunky cuffs with thinner bangles, it really adds depth, it adds personality. And look, whether you're trying to be a bit more dressed up or to keep it casual, you can definitely have a play with this. And it's such a fun way to style within your wardrobe and just add pieces to your collection that speak to your personality. Plus adding a cuff, say it's an acrylic one and it's in your favorite color of blue, or red is a really big one for this year. It's just a fun way to participate and to show personality and to lower the cost per wear quickly, but it can become a forever piece and doesn't really take much room in your collection. We're gonna keep the vibes going for personality in chapter 3, and that is Bountiful beads. Not only mentioned throughout the fall runways in 2024, though it wasn't really a focus for me chatting about it, it was kind of just like a passing whisper, but now much more of a trend. The beaded jewelry trend is a reflection of the boho resurgence. So it's really more of a refined boho resurgence, I think. This year is about earthy tones, polished beads crafted from gemstones like jade, things like emerald, quartz, for example, and there are so many more. It's just another really fun, seasonless way to express yourself in your everyday outfit. What a great addition. From wearing with flowy dresses in the spring and summer, but I can also picture wearing something like this, especially if it's long, with a chunky knit in the fall and the winter. If you're really looking for that playful yet elevated look, it's great to layer these as well with your silver and gold chains, so you kind of stay in your lane and then you push the boat out just slightly. So stick with the beaded bracelets alongside your favorite metal cuff, for example. It's an easy way to add a pop of color to your winter wardrobe, especially when things are a little bit more dull outside. It's a nice conversation piece. Sometimes they can come with a story if you've thrifted them. I don't have many of these in my wardrobe, and maybe when I redo my wardrobe with a packs pull-out system, this is something that I might look at to add to my collection. Chapter 4. I didn't expect this, and that's why I love doing these deep dives, and that is cord necklaces. I have never really given these a try. My mother-in-law is so good at rocking these. I feel like she has a couple of these that she layers with sweaters and cardigans, and they just look so cool on her. And cord necklaces, to me and a lot of the designers that were, or the stylists that were writing about them, really spoke to that feeling of nostalgia, because this trend takes inspiration from the early 2000s. And immediately when I read that, I was like, oh yeah, no, I totally remember those now. Actually, now that I think about it, I may have had one of these in high school at some point. Pendants hanging on like a soft leather or a satin cord, definitely perfect for layering or wearing solo on a minimalist vibe. I feel like that looks really nice with a V-neck as well, or a button down. And what I've noticed, and now that I've said it, maybe it'll be a bit of Bader Meinhof, like once you hear it, you start seeing everything. Like if I say red car, you're gonna see red cars everywhere. I've been starting to see it in visual merchandising, and I always note that it does add kind of a cool vibe. And the shops that I shop at, I'm starting to see it. Side note, let me know if you ever want me to do a video all on the stores that I shop at for what type of pieces. Number 5 is so fun, and that is Colourful Gemstones. Gemstones, first of all, just sound fun, like I've already said, and getting a very vibrant upgrade this year. From aqua blues to cobalt tones, rich garnets, jewelry designers are leaning into bold colors. And I think these pieces are the ones that we kind of need right now to stand out. A lot of us have our basics already in our collection. So many brands that I have been seeing are making these pieces look like one-of-a-kind treasures. So you could buy from a brand you're really used to, but now they're making these pieces where it does tell a little bit more of a story, and I guarantee that people are going to ask you about them. These bright, eye-catching stones, they're definitely perfect for making a statement, just kind of aforementioned, and really great for layering with the pieces that you already have in your collection. I have also seen, there are some really cool pop-ups. In Toronto, I've seen one. I'll try to get the name and put it in the description, but there's some cool pop-ups where you can make your own jewelry and add gemstones like this. And I feel like that's just such a fun draw for a solo night out, a date night, a girly night. Such a cool little thing to do, and then unbeknownst to me, there you go, it's already in the trends. The styling tip for this is, just like I said, mixing it with your neutral pieces that you already have. I love to strike that balance between the regular everyday with a statement piece, because the whole idea behind a statement piece, I think, is to allow it to shine. And if maximalism is your idea and way to go this year, maybe you just want your whole person to shine and you're gonna wear all of your pieces, that's great. But for me, it's just about letting that one piece shine and be the conversation. Chapter 6. This is Freshwater Pearls. Music to my ears. Pearls are always going to be a timeless piece, but in 2025, we're seeing them with a modern, artistic, Baroque pearl kind of feel. And it's the irregular, the organic shapes that are really taking the standout this year. And I just love it. Bottega Veneta green hued pearls as well, paired with sparkling gold beads, adding a playful yet elegant touch to the classic pearl jewelry. I love the way that pearl looks with gold, with different colors. So easy to pair, especially as we approach spring, summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. These unique shapes, they offer a perspective of tradition and mix with traditional metals, that's great. And they also form great for everyday wear. I love to pair like a chunky Baroque pearl necklace or earring with a tailored blazer. And I would also opt for a pearl drop earring. I've been wearing mine an absolute ton. It's just understated glamour, and it just feels like there's a bit more texture in your outfit overall. And in my opinion, the one who does this the most, especially if you're looking for a woman-owned business, Canadian designer, is Pamela Card. She lives in Canada. She's out in Vancouver. We have become fast friends on social media, and she is the loveliest, most talented person. It is incredible. I have never had pieces in my collection that have worn so well and have been such high quality, but I'm just showing you on screen a couple of the examples of how she has mixed in this kind of idea into her collections. And yeah, so I also love that the next trend is exactly what I'm wearing, and it's also from Pamela. And that is Chapter 7, Sculptural Studs. Sculptural studs are taking center stage. Okay, we have our quiet luxury and now we're mixing in a little bit more fun. It's a unique way to play with your outfit. And we're talking seashell inspired designs, bold geometric shapes. And this trend is all about adding a touch of whimsy to your outfit. And honestly, again, that maximalism, while some stay in their lane of still being in a neutral tone. These ones are from Pamela Card, and I was like, immediately I know I'm gonna wear those when I film that video. It's about keeping the style integrity of your overall outfit or everyday uniform, but really adding some fun. Bottega Veneta has also been leading the charge with studded earrings resembling small works of art. These pieces are perfect for those who love to make a statement without going over the top. And they're also incredibly versatile, working with sleek ponies, loose hair that's down, like even with these, I have worn it with gowns and then now kind of with this little more casual button-up linen shirt, but I could have had my hair back for sure, showing off the magic that is a very statement. This nods well to Chapter 8 because I feel like both of these things need to kind of follow this specific rule. So Chapter 8 is chunky necklaces. And the name of the game when it comes to 2025 jewelry is embracing more of that chunky. Specifically around the neck, we're talking about gold pendants, layering chains, really heavyweight statement pieces that just demand attention. It's not necessarily about dusting off the costume jewelry that we used to wear in maybe 2012. Like I remember going out, we always make fun of this, going out and wearing a peplum top, literally looking like you're business casual, and then wearing that chunky jewelry that you would have bought maybe from Le Chateau or something like that. It's not about that. It's wearing your bold, versatile, beautifully crafted pieces with turtlenecks and plunging necks, and still the style that we've been talking about this year. That is the tailored styles or the monochromatic dressing. Still getting that balance. And with balance, it's about allowing, again, those pieces to shine. So chunky jewelry just being kind of like that thing that draws people up towards your face. Oh man, I pulled some fashion crimes back in 2012. like the sock bun, and then as well the big jewelry with like, oh, I wish I had more pictures of this. I actually mixed chapter 9 and chapter 10 because they both focus on watches. So watches, they're back in a big way. I feel like we went through this one period of time where everyone was just wearing an Apple Watch or like a fitness watch, but we are focusing back on timeless style. I feel like that's a watch pun there somewhere. Or that quiet luxury within watchmakers. And it's Cartier that has really been the front runner and back to the focus on the classic designs that are dominating the market. But don't worry, if you're like me and you don't have a Cartier budget at the moment, there are so many ways that you can get your hands on a watch that kind of resembles a Cartier or is inspired by one. And because it's trending, because people are talking about it more, it just means people within the fashion space are going to be making their version of this on the high street, which is amazing. I love that. This one I just recently got off of Amazon. Actually, I will link it below, and I love it. I think it's so pretty. And what's funny is whenever I do these videos, there will always be trends that cross-reference, which I love the woven fabric of that, except for like the overall arching ear one. Sometimes that one can be a mess, but this one is a two-toned watch, which has been a way I have been dabbling into the two-tone jewelry, but then also wearing a smaller, maybe more understated luxury watch. So I will link this one down in the description box along with a few others, but the second one kind of is separate from this first trend, which I also like to see, especially within one category, and that's colorful watches. Vibrant dials, unexpected materials like wood, stone. So they are still vintage inspired, don't get me wrong there. That is kind of the main trend throughout the watches, but these ones are a little bit more genderless in style. This is a bit more dainty. These ones are gaining popularity, and I would say expect to see unisex designs that blend bold cases with sleek and minimalist faces. Whether you are investing in luxury pieces or you find a vintage treasure or a dupe that will do for now until you are ready to invest in maybe the more luxury line, I would say it's a worthwhile addition to your collection if you're looking to have a lot of fun in your wardrobe this year. Overall, watches just make your outfit look more put together, and there's some psychology behind that as well, that maybe you're someone who's a bit more responsible or on time. So if you have a job interview coming up, maybe wear a watch. And that is officially a wrap and a look at the jewelry trends for 2025. Mixed metals, colorful gemstones, bold sculptural designs. This year is all about expressing yourself, having fun with accessories again, maybe declutter your jewelry box first. I actually made a video years ago. I'll tag it up above, how I used to declutter my jewelry, and I think I might even do one of those soon. I love to hear what trends you're excited to try, which ones you're like, I'm definitely skipping, which ones that you already have in your collection that you're willing to give a go in the next couple of weeks. Leave it in the comments down below. The conversations are my favorite part of making these videos. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. Don't miss a future upload. It really helps me build this dream of being able to do this full time one day. This girl's got big goals this year. She's got her vision on a Cartier watch, but first, I gotta buy a crib. So thank you so much for being in this cozy little nook of the internet. And again, thank you so much to all the stylists who provide us with so much information. Here's a look at the articles that I used and all of the insightful information. There will be more to come. So I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys. Because they both why is it so hard to say? Because they both we're getting to the end of this video.